Barry Smith, that's a fantastic win. It feels, with the reaction of the players and the fans afterwards, that feels really significant.
Oh, you know, it's a very difficult place to come to, and you know, Braintree made it very difficult for us. We were very disappointed with the first half performance, and I let the players know at half time how disappointed I was. But the good thing for me is the reaction in the second half. You know, the mentality to take the criticism that they got and respond to it, and they responded in perfect manner by getting 2 goals in the second half.
And it seemed to be your changes, the switch to 4-3-3 and the introduction of Charlie Harris really galvanised the team for that comeback.
Yeah, well, we thought we needed to change the system a wee bit to get a wee bit more joy. And Charlie Harris came in and, you know, did very well. But again, you know, he had good players and good team spirit round about him, you know, to roll us on to that win today.
That word, the team spirit, the whole squad showed great character, as you say, to respond to a disappointing first half and come back to win at a ground where the Shots have never won.
Well, I didn't realise that. I don't look into facts and figures or, you know, stats, so you know, but delighted to come here and get the 3 points. And as I say, I'm delighted with the response I got from the players after half time. That shows that they're listening to what I've got to say, and you know, they're responding, and that's what we want, the response from what I'm asking.
But even in the first half, the team certainly hit the post once. There was possibly a second time they hit the post with Luke Oliver's header in the scramble. What were you most disappointed with?
I just didn't think we were at it in the first half. We just seemed a wee bit off the pace. But even then we've created chances, even being off, and I've said to them, if we're not going to play well, we have to be difficult to get beat. But you know, to get 3 points at a ground that's very difficult to come to is very pleasing.
And you could see the team visibly lift with those changes in the second half. You expected a response from the team?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was all to do with the changes. The changes worked for me today, and that's, you know, good from our point of view. But it's down to the players. They've got to take credit for going out in the second half and taking the criticism that I gave them and responding to it. And that pleases me more than anything.
And this afternoon's victory was again even more injuries. Jack Saville out, I think, with a neck injury. That's 4 or 5 players out from what was already a small squad. It shows this indomitable spirit, I suppose, to overcome those odds.
Yeah, you just keep going. You know, we have got a very small squad. We've got a lot of injuries at the moment, none of which are happening in training. They all seem to be happening in games. But these players know what is expected of them. They dropped below the standards the first half, but they raised the standards again in the second half. And as I say, that's what makes me happy, the response and the result.
A word about Charlie Harris. You brought him in from Brighton. A goal and an assist, that's about as good as you could expect as an impact from a lone player.
Well, you always want your subs to make an impact. But we know the quality Charlie's got, and he showed that today. And he's obviously given me food for thought for Saturday game.
He's only 19, but you could see out there this afternoon that willingness to take responsibility, wanting the ball, that comfort on the ball, and he looks like he's going to be some player.
Well, he's had a good grounding at Brighton. He will be, you know, he's a young lad, so we don't want to go overboard. You know, he'll do well, but you know, he's going to have ups and downs just like any other young player. We are quite a young team at the moment as well, but he's definitely shown today what he's capable of.
And 2 difficult games this weekend, disappointment on Saturday. I suppose it comes down to, again, those fine margins of late goals winning games. Are you satisfied with maybe the weekend's work?
Well, you're obviously disappointed losing the late goal on Saturday, but again, we've had that response from the players in the second half today to go and win a game away from home and send away another great support, you know, a great away support, send them away happy, and they deserve it for travelling through here, because there's a lot of traffic on the way through, which I'm sure the majority get caught in. Yeah. So again, we thank them for travelling in the numbers and giving the boys support, and they were rewarded today.
A tough August, we've said it several times, we always knew it, but the month ends on a real high.
Yeah, well, if you look at the fixtures we've actually played 4 out of the top 6 at the moment, you know, so that is a difficult job, you know, playing against 4 experienced teams that are in the top 6 at this point in time, and we expect them to be there. but you know, against the teams that we'd be expected to pick up points from, we've done well, and we just have to take that to the next level.